Good evening, good Saturday evening to each and every one of you, and we welcome you all to our weekend funny game show shortened edition, as we call it. I feel instead of naming this, thing as the shortened version as a whole independent, as a whole independent thing like we've done in the past, like for instance, the random character extravaganza or anything like that. I gotta fix the thing on this machine because of what I was doing earlier. So give me 1 second while I fix that, and then we'll be ready to start here. Let's see. Alright, I think that's the best I can get it to fit. Yeah, I think that's the best I can get it to fit, but I'll just see what other kind of adjustments I can make. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, so we'll be ready to start here shortly. And I get to talk about what happened after we ended our Friday show last night, plus, of course, everything that happened today and what is to come for the rest of this week, and well, what is to come in the coming week, especially tomorrow, and everything else in between. So, Wordle is our first piece of business tonight, so let's get to that. Let's see, it's not clamped. How about alone? Let's try that one. We're getting close. How about alloy? Alright, then it must be allow. No, it isn't, huh? How about a lot? That is the word today. Alright, so very quick matter. The Wordle is already done. Now, of course, as I've said at the end of last night's show, we would not be able to do this show in its entirety, but we're only going to do, the evening parts. I did the county requests just after 10 o'clock this morning, so that's already up and ready for you all to see. The Street View video went up automatically earlier this afternoon, so of course that being Rand Road. So of course we'll get back to Street View polls and everything like that. We'll get back to that kind of stuff next week. So, well, assuming everything goes as normal. Now, for what happened after right after we went off the air last night. Let's talk a few things, and then we will get started with the games here. So after we ended last night, I let the data recovery that I was attempting on a separate hard drive finish. And then after that was finished, I was debating between starting what I'm doing now on my small form factor PC, which I'll get to in a second, or just call it quits there and just send it back to operating the secondary. I decided to go ahead and send it back to operating the secondary as normal. But then, when I checked the Talking News folder, the Talking Friends folder, where I normally play around with all the Talking News stuff, I noticed that a few of the Talking Ginger videos I had made had not been backed up. And then I was thinking, you know what? I could just remake those. So let's see. So I think the farthest I was able to get up to was like one of the last ones of 2025. It was actually from December. It was from December 2025. Those were the last ones that I had made prior. So I think, so let's see. I was at what, 207, 209? It was like 211. So I did lose quite a few, but otherwise, I didn't lose too much else otherwise, because all the Talking News clips are still stored directly on my older iPad. So everything was being done on there, and I just re-imported the videos, and everything was good to go. So, and since I have the original audio clips, I can just remake them through Talking Ginger at any point. If I so desire, maybe I could do that on Friday after I finish playing 9 in the coming week, if I have enough time. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes up this week in terms of college stuff. So of course this morning I took care of the county requests, like I said I would, and then of course afterward, that was when we began our I don't know what to say. Well, pretty much our plans for the day. And then when I came back, as soon as I got up, I saw Drew was already waiting for me in the public chat on my server, but I was going to tell him that I did not have enough time. And then he sent a reminder at 11:36 a.m. I was on the road at that point. I was already on the road. And I was going to join the voice call right as I came back. But unfortunately, I was a bit too late because he went offline. But you know what? That's all right. I'm pretty sure he's going to be with us. I'm pretty sure he's going to be with us tomorrow. He's going to go online and then just join the voice call straight when we start our Minecraft show tomorrow. But nonetheless, so we had Chinese for lunch. And of course, I got my usual favorites: the orange chicken and what was it, beef rice, and yeah, I think we had a combo, beef rice and white rice. So we had that for lunch, and let's see, for dessert, there were actually quite a few. Let's see, there were some Oreos, some Kit Kats, Reese's, Snickers, candy bars, and what else was there? Oh yeah, cupcakes. There were also cupcakes. And then it was following dessert where we were debating what kind of game we were actually going to do. Now, one of the guests actually brought a bingo game. Unfortunately, we did not get a chance to play that. But what we did play, however, was Play 9. And there was actually another guest with us who has not played that game before. So as we started, as we went through the first round and everything, we pretty much taught him the ins and outs of the game. Two numbers stacked on top of each other making a match, and the last card flipped over, last turn, and pretty much basically all the other ins and outs of the game. I ended up in last place for the first few rounds, but then caught back up towards the end. Not to first place, but I think we're like 5th or 4th, because there was actually 7 of us playing. Although the game is usually for 6 players, but hey, we made it work with just the one deck we have. With just the one deck that we brought along. And speaking of Play 9, now that I mentioned that is going to be the show I will be heavily working on next week. Yeah, in this next week. Because I would like to bring Play 9 to the end of the first season, because I was not able to make any more episodes of the show for like 2 straight weeks. The first was due to the extreme cold, and this week and yesterday it was because of the hardware upgrades. So that's why I'm dedicating all of next week to finishing up Play 9. And I'm also continuing with the exporting process of Yahtzee. And I also finished the upload procedure of the first half of the second season of 5th Grader. So all of those episodes are ready to go. So so in addition to Play 9, I'll be finishing the rendering process of Yahtzee when I can. And then once all those episodes have been made, I'll get those new copies back into their original time slots where they were before the last minute name change. And then of course after Play 9 will be Ticket to Ride. I'll dedicate an entire week to that, filming more episodes of the show, bringing it to the 165 episode mark, and then it will be the following week, President's Day week, where then everything will go back to normal. So it'll be Ticket to Ride, and then Yahtzee, and no, not yeah. Of course, Monday will be Sorry, and then of course Tuesday will be back to Ticket to Ride, and then Wednesday, again, nothing much, and then Thursday is back to Yahtzee, and then Friday, that's where I'm going to switch between Ticket to Ride and Yahtzee each week. Yeah. So one week I'll do Ticket to Ride, another week I'll do another day of Yahtzee. And of course it'll be after President's Day, the week after, where I'll begin recording the 5th grader DS game. That I have yet to do testing on. So yeah, in addition to finishing up 5th grader, getting the rest of the episodes scheduled and ready to go, I'm also performing a complete backup of one of those 2 terabyte drives that I was talking a lot about on last night, at the beginning of last night's show, where I showed that booting into Acronis, I was able to see all the data that was on the drive, even if I couldn't boot into the operating system, which is very surprising. He says he may or may not make it tonight because, yeah, he's not feeling well, but that's okay. All right. So if he can't join us tonight for the random character extravaganza, that's fine. If we'll let him take we'll let him get better, and then of course when he's better, he'll be ready to he'll then hopefully be ready to join us again when we do this again next week. So I'm glad he let us know, beforehand, before I go spam calling him and whatnot. So that would not be a good idea. So we'll let him get better, and then once he's better, then of course he'll be ready to join us again when that time comes. So back to what I was saying. So that's what led me to putting Hiron's Boot CD on my Windows 11 USB. And of course, once I finished this backup process with Acronis that I had just started about an hour ago, I believe. Was it an hour ago? Yeah, it was actually about an hour and 15 minutes ago I started this process. And it looks like it hasn't even gone through like 1% yet. I mean, that goes to show how slow this thing is. Well, it's not the machine itself, it's rather the drive that I have it plugged into. I mean, the drive has like 3 cautions on it. So I'm going to give it as much time as it needs, because I really would like to put this image into a virtual machine. See what it was really like. So, to me, it kind of serves as like a time capsule. But yeah, if I do need to leave this process running overnight, I will leave it running overnight, and hopefully it will finish in the morning when we are ready to start again. So I'll just let it go for as long as it needs to, and then once it's done, it's done. So yeah, I'll just give it as much time as it needs, and then when it's finished, it's finished. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that was everything I said about next week. So of course tomorrow will be our Minecraft show, where will be our Minecraft show, where we'll be working on the next, and actually by far the biggest project of this final stage of the Interstate 32 construction, that being Interstate 89, 301, 2, and 202, all being extended further beyond their original endpoints. So that's what the plan is. But as for 202, I'm not sure how we're going to handle the structure of it with Interstate 2 crossing over it. I'll probably just take a look at some other interstates and see if we end up in a very similar manner. Well, if they end up in a very similar scenario, but yeah, I'll take a look and see. I'll just take a look and see exactly where it would be at that point. And then, of course, we'll do Ticket to Ride tomorrow night, as we usually do. But of course, Monday there won't be anything. Tuesday there won't be anything. Of course, Wednesday the weeklies. Thursday, Backyard Baseball. I did announce that Backyard Baseball will be moving back to its 5 p.m. time slot where it originally was, because over the past couple of weeks, since the CW began airing Trivial Pursuit and Scrabble, it's been very difficult for me to try manage having to go back on the Trivial Pursuit and Scrabble recordings plus starting the Backyard Baseball game. Hence why the opening of this week's show was shortened down to just 1 minute. It was a pretty short opening sequence. So I'm doing the, of course I'm moving it back to 5 p.m. so that way I can do the Thursday evening portion of one of my classes from here at home instead of having to go all the way down to the campus, which pretty much barely anybody in the class I'm currently in ever does. And two, so that way the game can finish in time, so that way I can watch both Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit all live. And then I can just spend the rest of my Thursday night just doing whatever else I feel like, finishing up rendering whatever shows I need to render and, whatever shows I need to edit. Of course, like I said, Play 9 is what I'll be working with all day tomorrow, all next week. So, doing the math. So, 9 episodes on Monday, then 9 on Tuesday, then 9 on Thursday, and then, of course, Friday will be the final 10. I'm not sure what else is going to be in store for Friday. I'm not going to know until tomorrow when the college assignments for next week go up. That'll be then when I know exactly what is to come. So yeah, I've rendered 40 episodes of Yahtzee so far, and of course I will look to rendering the other episodes. I'll look to rendering all the other episodes later tonight. I'll keep Discord open in case the Lembine changes his mind. But from what he said directly, well, off camera, it does seem unlikely that he'll be able to join us tonight. But like I said, that's fine. We'll let him get better, and then he'll join us when he's better. Maybe at some point provide periodic updates or something. But in the meantime, we'll proceed with tonight's extravaganza without him. I mean, he was with us for the preview last night, so I guess it doesn't really matter what happens at this point. But I was thinking of another interesting thing. How would the random character extravaganza look if we try and take characters from the character map? I wonder what that would look like. I was thinking maybe we could try it and see what it would look like, because I'm curious to know. Oh yeah, there was actually something else I forgot to mention too about tonight. Our dinner was Phil's Pizza. We actually picked it up at the place and then just drove it all the way home. And I mean, you had to provide like extra packaging to keep it warm for as long as possible. And it was actually slightly warm on the way. Well, when we arrived here, but it was pretty good. We just had to warm it up, and that was really everything. That was really it. So after that, we ended up enjoying it, and I'm glad we did. But all in all, I enjoyed my day today. I really enjoyed. I had a good time. I mean, with the Chinese dinner, Chinese lunch, that was good. I enjoyed it. The Phil's Pizza afterward, a game of Play 9. I enjoyed everything. The dessert, the food, all of it, it was good. I enjoyed it. And, of course, I enjoyed every moment of it. And that's really what counts. So once again here before we get started. So, tomorrow, Minecraft show. And then Monday, I'll be recording Play 9, and then my evening class, and I'll broadcast that day. Tuesday, more Play 9, my other class, no broadcast that day. Wednesday, of course, the weekly show. Pause, come back, finish the show. Come back and finish the show. And then Thursday, more Play 9. Backyard Baseball starts at 5, and then that's it. And then I'll just continue rendering Yahtzee after. It'll probably be Thursday where I end up finishing rendering Yahtzee and then maybe starting the upload process of that. And then Friday, finish up Play 9. I'll probably remake the Ginger clips, the Talking Ginger clips at that point with the time left. And then, of course, our Fun Night show. And then Saturday, we'll see how it goes. But assuming if all goes well, the poll will come back next week. So, of course, you'll pick which route you want to see for next week, and of course I will make the video live on the air on Saturday as I normally do, along with the county requests. And then of course we repeat the whole process again, except next week it'll be Ticket to Ride. But then the 16th, President's Day, that's when I'll be recording Sorry episodes. And then, of course, everything else after that will be normal. Tuesday, Ticket to Ride goes back to its original slot. Thursday, Yahtzee will go back to its original slot. And then Friday is where Ticket to Ride and Yahtzee will flip time slots each week. So all in all, that's really everything that's happened and what is to come. Now, even before we started here, I've been deciding how we want to play out the show tonight. I was thinking, do we want to start with Yu-Gi-Oh! And then go to the extravaganza? Or do the extravaganza and then do Yu-Gi-Oh! Afterwards? So, after a little bit of deliberation before we came on air, I decided, let's go ahead and start with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I do realize that I know I lost a lot of the... I did realize I lost a little bit of the cards that I had won from the other duels on the other drive, so I will have to work on getting those. Hopefully, I got to work on getting those back. So, but everything else was left unchanged otherwise. So the two 5th grader softwares, those were all carried over. Nothing's changed except some of the progress that I lost on the original 5th grader, the game that we used to record the first half of Season 2. Well, actually, I don't technically need that progress anymore because I've already finished recording the entire first half of the season, so we're good to go on that. And again, I plan to start Season 2's second half on February 23rd. That's when I plan to start production on that. So anyway, enough stalling. Why don't we go ahead and... Well, actually, I should be a little more specific here on the line. But with that said, it's time to duel.
Every deck has a chance to win, as long as you believe in the heart of the cards.
Let's duel. Alright. So here we go. I will have the right of going first. Let the duel begin. This one destroys a trap card. I'll set down my highest one first. Mammoth's Graveyard will be the first card I set down. Cronus' backup time back. Down to 3 hours a month.
Now, I'll set a card. I end my turn.
The highest is like 22 or 23 hours, but yeah. But regardless, of Cronus is going to take a long time. But it's going to take quite a while, so that's why I said if I have to leave this thing running overnight, I will be more than happy to set the backup, do what it needs to do.
I end my turn.
Ooh, I can summon it. 1450 compared to 1200.
No! Trap hole!
Well, can't do that. Alright, so I'll put down my trap hole so it can summon the monster. I'll activate that. Yes, let's activate it.
Oh no! I end my turn.
Alright, we'll set down two-pronged attack. 1200 versus 1200. That one destroys the trap card. I don't know if it's referring to an opponent's side of the field or my side. That's the move I probably should have done. Now that I think about it.
That was a good attack. Now, I'll set a card. I end my turn.
Okay. This one will destroy all monsters. Sure.
You're going to activate a spell card?
Yep. Get rid of them all. But I'm going to go ahead and set down Trap Master in face down defense. That's
Oh
gonna,
no!
That's going to get rid of this trap card here.
I end my turn.
This one is 1200 compared to his 1450, so that will not work. Yes, I do understand the secondary sits down for an extended period of time. And actually would be down for a long period of time periodically.
I end my turn.
As we near the end of the upgrade, as we near the end of the hardware upgrades. Once the Wi-Fi card comes, this will actually be the last time that this will be the last time I have to do that. The last time. Secondary should be full business.
Now, I'll set a card. I end my turn.
I can't summon anything. So yeah, I don't have two monsters on my side of the field. So he's just gonna end it right there. So that gives him game number 1. Now, that was a tough loss there in the first duel, but of course it takes 2 to win the match, so I'll go first again. Let's see what we got. Let's see what can set. This one will destroy 1 monster on the field. I'm gonna wait on that until a later time. So. Let's see if he has a card higher than what I have. That's not gonna work.
Not bad. Now, I'll set a card. I end my turn.
Let's see. We can do, let's go for the tribute summon.
A tribute summon.
Yep, summon Skull.
No! Trap hole!
Oh, there that goes. Very quickly. And I can't say anything else down. Probably should have paid attention to that card.
I end my turn.
And I know when I'm gonna set down Man-Eater bugs, that way
Get rid of one of his monsters when it's attacked.
What?
Yep, that's going away. That stops another
Now,
attack.
I'll set a
Alright.
card. I end my turn.
We want to sit down. Ooh, change of heart. That's a good one. I'm gonna summon Dragon Zombie first.
I see what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. Trap hole!
Of course he has Trap Hole. Well, guess what? I have other plans.
You're going to activate a spell card?
Yep. Change of heart. Let's bring his warrior over.
Not bad.
And we'll give it back to him now.
I end my turn.
Let's see here. Silverfang is 1200. This is 1450. Yeah, let's try it. Pick one. Let's get rid of his M warrior.
That was a good attack.
I'm already hearing that he has a card that's worth more than 1450.
Luckily, I have this card. I offer a monster on my field as a tribute. I call forth my Summon Skull!
That's exactly what I feared he had.
I end my turn.
I'm gonna have to really defend my life points here. Let's see. I'll remember an update from earlier this morning.
Not bad. I end my turn.
There's one that's worth more than 1,700. It's this one.
That was a good attack.
And that will complete my turn.
I end my turn.
Bad feeling about this. Oh, this is gonna be a good card. And one I desperately need too.
You're going to activate a spell card?
You bet. Come on back. Summon Skull. Defense.
What?
Yep. Good luck with that.
Flip summon!
Oh, he has the
effect
Man-Eater
activates at the
bug.
same time.
That's gonna be the end of the duel right here. He didn't need to do the Man-Eater bug. That Summon Skull was the last straw. That gives him the match. A tough loss there. But yeah, that's because I lost all the other cards, so I'm gonna have to work on getting those back.
You may be
Eventually.
disappointed, but realize that all decks have a chance to win. As long as you never give up, your opportunity for victory will arrive.
Eventually it will. Once I get my deck rebuilt. Well, essentially I get the cards back that I lost from the restore process, but that's alright. We didn't have too much from Kaiba anyway, so we'll go ahead and duel against him next. Remember, we're playing against all three duelists, and then it's on to the extravaganza tonight. And I understand this is shorter than usual, but that's right.
Let's see if you're worthy of calling yourself a duelist.
Huh, we'll find out. We will find out. I'll go first again. Alright. Let the next match begin. And my first move will be setting down Prevent Rat.
I set this card face down. I end my turn.
Let's see, what else have we got? We're gonna set down Stuffed Animal. This one offers a tribute.
I end my turn.
That's what led Kaiba to defeat. This one will equip attack and defense by 500 points. Okay?
So, you're activating a spell card.
Yep. We're gonna equip the Prevent Rat. And this one requires a tribute, so let's go and do that.
That's impossible.
Yep. And we're gonna get rid of his Saggy the Dark Clown.
Ha, nice move. But that's the last move you'll ever make. I activate my trap.
Try Crush card or Spellbinding Circle. Yeah, I got ahead of myself. So that monster is locked in now. It cannot be and the position is locked in. It cannot attack.
I
It cannot be
activate
changed.
my spell card.
He gets 2 cards.
I activate my spell card. Change of heart.
He's gonna give me
It's
my
all
Prevent
over
Rat.
for you. I offer my monster as a tribute.
Well, that's a card I won't be getting back.
I switch it to defense position.
When this card is sent
I
to the
set this
graveyard,
card
place it on
face
top of
down.
your deck.
I end my
So
turn.
does that mean I'm going to get that card back? Why, of course. So I can reactivate it.
So, you're activating a spell card.
We are going to give it to the only monster I have. Changing one of his monsters to defense position. Not a good idea, but that card, I believe, is locked in by the Spellbinding Circle, so that position cannot be changed, so turn complete. Oh, backup operation failed.
I switch it to
I
defense
figured.
position. I set this card face down.
Well, give it another go.
I end my turn.
I don't know if it's because of the storage
That's
or
not
how
going
bad
to
that
work.
card is.
Ring of destruction.
Oh, there that goes. I mean, you're gonna share the damage too. Alright, well none of these actually this one's 1200. Well, that's not gonna work. So let's see if I can restart the process.
I switch it to attack position. I switch it to attack position.
I'll give it one more try. Let's see if this works.
I end my turn.
Size that up. I'll try it with a lower capacity and see what we get. Oh jeez, he has a lot of cards in this. Size that. 431 gigabytes. UFO turtle. That's the only other thing that I can attack with.
I activate negate attack.
That's gonna stop that attack from occurring. But one more thing.
You're activating a spell card.
Yep. We're going to put Parrot Dragon in defense position. And that completes my turn.
I switch it to defense position. I switch it to attack position.
There we go. Alright, let's hope this works.
Hopefully it works. Yes, I'd like to special summon a monster. That's the only one I've got.
What?
See, we're back. Let's hope this works.
I set this card face down.
Try. That worked.
I end my turn.
I can't do that. So the only card I can really activate
So,
is Parrot
you're
Control,
activating a spell card.
which will lock the position of the monsters that he has.
But actually, it's not going to matter anyway. It's going to take game number 1.
It's going to take game number 1. And then let's see, that announcement was from the scenario, okay.
Alright, so Kyber got game number 1.
And of course it takes 2 to win the match, so
Let's go first again.
for game number 2.
And this is attempt number 2 with
Full OS backup off of one of my old hard drives. So I'm just hoping that it works. And if it doesn't, then
I'm just glad I retrieved all the data.
I end my turn.
we will set down Beam Soldier. I'm not going to use the Sword of Deep Seated yet until
Not bad.
Yep, I know what we're gonna do
I
next here.
end my turn.
I know what my next move is. We're going to summon, or we're gonna set Stuffed Animal down. We're gonna do the flip summon. Then House of Sword of Deep Seated.
So, you're activating a spell card.
I don't expect it to take longer than that. No, do not resolve it. Then, we do this. Nope, do not activate any cards.
Ha, not bad.
Wall of Illusions effect. Any damage resulting from the attack is calculated normally. Okay. So that just sent one of my that just sent my Faith Bird back to the field, or my hand rather. So
Figuring how long it took the first time. I expect the second time to fail.
I end my turn.
yeah, I pretty much expected to fail. But I'll just let it run to see what happens. Alright, we're gonna try this again.
So, you're activating a spell card.
We're gonna try this again. We're gonna bring Faith Bird up to 2,000. And his Blackland Fire Dragon gotta go. No, not activating any card like that.
Ha, not bad.
end our turn.
I set this card face down. I end my turn.
This one destroys a spell or trap card. Yeah, let's do that.
So, you're activating a spell card.
That card's going away. No. And then I'm only going to do one of his cards. No. That's the only one I'm doing. I'm not doing any more than that.
I end my turn.
This one reduces the attack of an opponent's monster to 0. Can only be used once. Oh, it requires 2 tributes. Well, that would mean that card is going to disappear, so... Alright, let's set down Stuffed Animal. And I'll get rid of another one of his monsters. No.
Flip.
Destroys all monsters on the field, including
Your
this
attack
monster.
triggered my monster's
Both
effect.
players then pick up, not draw, 5 cards from the top of their respective decks and show the cards to each other. Immediately special summon any monster cards of level 4 or lower among them on the field in face-up attack position or face-down defense position. The rest of the cards picked up are placed in the player's hands. Okay. So while that did clear the field, this one will go in defense. Actually, all of these will go in defense. Ooh, I get negate attack. Oh, I see. He's got Harpy's Feather Duster. Okay. Let's see what that does in this duel here. Which one do you want to discard? This one. No, we're gonna keep that one. Which one's the lowest? That one requires 2 tributes, so we're gonna get rid of this sheep. And then we gotta discard another one. Let's get rid of one of the stint packs.
Flip summon.
I just realized I could have set down the gate attack.
I set this card face down. I end my turn.
Okay. Alright, well, that is what I will set down to immediately end the battle phase. No, we're not doing that. That one will destroy one or spell trap cards.
So, you're activating a spell card.
And get rid of this. Then we will do tribute to the Doom.
So, you're activating a spell card.
I'll get rid of this because I don't have 2 monsters to do the tribute with. Let's get rid of his Battle Ox. And that is all I can do.
I activate my spell card.
Well, there goes that. I was thinking the trap cards that I had wouldn't have worked. Whether I had to try it, whether I attempted it or not.
I end my turn.
What do we have? Time Wizard. Well, let's set it down. And then we'll... I guess it will tell me if I want to activate its effect or not.
I activate my spell card. Raigeki! It's all over for you. I summon Judgman.
Yep. That card's gone. No chance.
Flip summon.
from what all those life points add up to on his cards, yeah, he's right. It's all over. That's all he needed, 2,200. So that gives him the match. Yeah, to me, Kaiba is a really tough opponent to beat. I must say, he's a really tough opponent to try and defeat here. But just like we've done previously, just gotta keep trying.
I'll compliment you on making it this far, but you will never be able to defeat me.
Well, not as frequent as some of the other duelists we've done. But, of course I can. It's possible. It's entirely possible. It's just that it's just in the luck of the cards, really. It's just, if I get the right ones, then, really I can just make the right moves, the good moves, really. All right. Here we go. Last duelist, and then it's extravaganza time. Or then it's random character time, rather. And of course, that duelist is Joey. Joey Wheeler, to be exact. So here we go. Match duel.
Listen up. A true duelist doesn't back up from nobody, because only cowards don't stand up to a challenge. You better come strong, because it's time to duel!
Alright, we are going to... Let's go second this time. See if that gives me a different... See if that does any better. Hey, it actually knows I want to go second. Fourth.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
Alright, well, I know what my first move's gonna be.
Yeah.
Harpy's Feather Duster.
I hope Lady Luck's on my side. I activate Graceful Dice.
The result is multiplied by 100 and added to the attack defense points of all monsters you control until the end of your turn. That effect worked, but it activated until here, so we're gonna have to set down whatever we can. Could have done Gemini Elf if I realized that, but oh well.
I end my turn.
You got Wall Shadow. I'm only going to set one of the Gemini Elves down. This one requires a... That one requires a special summon.
Summon Panther Warrior.
This card cannot attack unless you offer one of your monsters on the side of the field as a tribute. Oh, I see he's got Magic Cylinder.
I end my turn.
Oh my goodness, is this duel going to be over very quickly here?
Yeah.
Get rid of this spell card or trap card, whatever he's got, and complete turn.
I'm changing it to attack position.
Oh, this certainly isn't looking good. That's going to be it right there. That gives him game number 1. It's very tough now that we're back to the default deck, considering I've lost all the cards that I've gotten over the past several months. Or was this in the state that we last had it when we first played this? But I believe it is, but let me look. Yeah, I've still got 45 cards in this deck. in this deck here, you know, everything that is still here, but just that whatever other cards that I won after we did the upgrades the first time, those are gone. So, pretty much those I have to earn back. So with that said, let's start game number 2. And my first move will be setting down Alligator's Sword.
I summon Alligator's Sword!
I just set that card down.
I end my turn.
1500 versus... Well, I'll set down Gamma the Magnet Warrior first. And then, Graceful
Yeah.
Dice. No. Alright, so that will add 500 points, allowing me to do this.
Ugh.
And then I'll set down Parental Tribute and complete my turn. This one, including Flip Summon and Special Summon. Yes, let's do that.
Uh-oh. This looks bad. I end my turn.
Alright, well, first we're gonna get rid of whatever this card is. And then we're gonna let Tigerax go all in.
Oh, no.
And that will be my turn. Let's do it when I said it was doing earlier, 21 hours. I feel like it's gonna be another... It's gonna take another 2 hours before it shows that error message again.
I end my turn.
At that point, I'm probably just gonna say that I'm just at that point gonna say that the OS on that thing is like a total loss. So while I could get through backing it up, it's not gonna work. Infinite Dismissal. Alright, we'll see what that does. Yes, let's activate it.
Uh-oh. This looks bad. I summon Panther Warrior!
Level 3 or lower. That one's 4. This one's also 4. So both of the monsters he has are level 4 monsters.
I end my turn.
That one's 1800. This one requires a tribute. So... yeah, I don't have another monster to do that. I'm in trouble. Oh, big trouble. That's gonna put me down to just 600.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
Well, Alligator Sword versus that? No.
Yeah.
Time to use that. Alright, let's see what that does. It's like the last defense I have. Well, that's all Joey needed. So he wins the match. Wow, tough loss between all 3 duelists. I mean, losing all the cards that we had obtained throughout pretty much January when I did the hard drive, upgraded my main PC originally.
Duelist extraordinaire Joey Wheeler's battles have only just begun!
Of course. Alright, so that concludes the Yu-Gi-Oh portion of this. I'm sure you all know what it's time for now, right? Now, we would do it on the Vista PC, but I am not going to do that. This should be my Windows 10 virtual machine in the exact same state it was in when I last used it. So I just want to check it and make sure that nothing was changed. And yes, this is also running off of a PCIe SSD. So we'll see how long the boot time is. Yeah, still not very long. I mean, considering that's what the hardware is inside of this. Let me take a look. NVMe. Okay, so it is NVMe, so it is a little faster. So yep, everything that I had on this virtual machine has virtually been unchanged. And yeah, I lost the display capture again, but there we go. That's fixed now. So yep, the virtual machine was left untouched, exactly as I left it the last time we used it. Now, of course, it is time to start the extravaganza, but there is something I actually would like to try. I'll just mute the audio on my side. So, yeah, we are going to use the custom puzzle mode, but I'm going to turn on the toss-ups. And yeah, this was everything as we last left it. Let's see. I remember what the opponents were the last time we played this. Alright. So it's all ready to go here. Alright. All together now and say it with me. Random character extravaganza. Alright. So, I'm going to put in the first puzzle. Now, I'm going to open up the character map. And I'll just pick a bunch of random characters from this list. I just want to see how it behaves with these signs. See how it behaves. Let's see. See a paragraph mark, the micro symbol, the yen sign, unspecified currency. I wonder how the game will display these. I'm looking forward to seeing how it behaves. Let's see, this rectangle, intersection, right angle, infinity sign. They gotta put the space there. Let's try this fraction, this arrow, spade, club, heart, diamond. Let's see, that's only 7 out of 14. The C sharp, music note, this rectangle, that's 10. This A, the registered trademark symbol. How many characters do I even have in here right now? Let's see. Did I even put a spacebar for all these? Let me check. I guess I did. Okay, so this will be, let's see, the pound sign. That's 12. Whatever this one is, and then this is 14. All right, so then I gotta do the next set. Let's try some other symbols here. Let's see, that was only 5, I believe. Let's see. Alright. We got a few more signs we can put in here. the 1 sign, 5, the interrobang, double exclamation mark, to the power of 6, to the power of 8, to the power of 9, to the power of n, and approximately equal to. Let's see how it looks with all the... Oh, some of these just show up as question marks. Okay. Ah, that's interesting. It looks like some of these symbols, it doesn't even know what it is. So, it does accept... So some of the characters, it'll just show up as question marks. Okay. But you know what? Let's try a different order. Let's try a different order with, let's try some different characters, because I know it didn't like some of them. Let's try some of these symbols. I don't think it likes the fractions. It doesn't like the unspecified equal sign. Okay, I guess it doesn't like the... It doesn't like that, doesn't like that other symbol. How about the omega sign? Let's see if it likes that. Oh, the heck? It doesn't like it. Oh, goodness. It doesn't like the, it doesn't like the intersection symbol either. You know what? Let's just deal with what we have. Alright, let's just deal with what we've got, and let's see how it displays it. I'm just curious, how is it going to look when we do these symbols? Let's find out. Here, I'm going to change it. There we go. Let's see how it looks. Okay, some of them don't even display on the puzzle board. The unspecified currency symbol is showing up. Well, I guess that's a good sign. So the upside down question marks are showing. There's the crossed out zeros. Is that how it interprets greater than or equal to? So some of the characters, just like with the carrots, don't even display at all. Let's try another one before we go into normal territory. All right, let's try some more here. All right, let's see if it likes the euro sign. Oh, it does. All right, let's see. Let's try some more here. It doesn't like the cent sign or the infinity symbol. Come on. I know it likes double exclamation marks. Let's just try those. Huh. Okay. So it doesn't like the arrows. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like that A thing, whatever it is. So it looks like this game can't really interpret triangles. Like the filled up and down pointing triangle, as Google Translate says. So let's just try it with a few other symbols. It doesn't like the suits, I know that. The playing card suits. What about the object symbol? Does it like that? I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. It just shows up as blank. That's alright. Let's just do it what we got. I wonder if this symbol will even display. Let's find out. Let's try this again. All right. Let's see how it interprets. Let's see how it interprets this one. Okay, they just show up as blank. Okay, let's try to solve it. I gotta press Q on my keyboard. Why is it not letting me put everything in? Okay, so just the music is playing, but nothing is showing up on the puzzle board. This is the equivalent of the tildes. So while the symbol does display in the puzzle editor dialog, it doesn't seem like it appears on the puzzle board at all. I mean, they are populating, they're there, but it's just that they're not displaying. Yeah, I could even buzz in, but that's alright. I was just curious to see how that would look. Okay. So now with all that taken care of, let's get to the first puzzle of the main segment of this. And this time we're going to do it the way it was meant to be enjoyed. Alright. Here comes the first puzzle now. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Here's the first one.
No more vows to buy. Either you'll spin or you'll solve.
You'll either spin or solve. Simple as that. Let's start with a grave accent. Well, what do you know? There's a grave accent. How about a vertical line?
Well, that's a pretty big deal. There are 4 of them in the puzzle. Well done.
Oh, I didn't want to move the window or close it. Good thing this is running off my 2 terabyte drive and not my main PC. My main PC's drive, otherwise it wouldn't be at this point. How about the opening parenthesis?
It's a pretty popular
you know what?
letter.
I'm gonna let
There are
David
4 of them in this puzzle.
Narrator dialogue, narrator, character map dialogue, copy, Wheel of Fortune.
I'm gonna let David read the characters.
Edit. Pane. Opening brace.
Opening
Command
brace.
Command 3.
There's no
pane.
opening brace.
Desktop. Exiting narrator.
Well, in one piece, that is. Alright, let's see what else we got here. And yep, even on here, the wheel still briefly stops before it moves again. Would there be a closing parenthesis?
Well done. You can go ahead and pick up that prize off the wheel. Now I gotta do the solve the puzzle, and it's yours.
But there's actually more to it than just that. That's for the bonus round. And he has nothing to say. Yep. So there goes the chance at $1 million in this one.
Player one, go!
Well, in the bonus round. But it's alright. How about a percent sign? There's a percent sign. Now let's try a plus sign. There's a plus sign. One.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
No ones.
Oh.
What about a 9?
Oh, mighty sound effects lady. Is that letter in the puzzle? You're in luck. We have 1.
Just one. Just a 9. Just 1 9. Right there.
That's a pretty big deal. There are 4 of them in the puzzle. Well done.
43,175. Yeah, because I backed this virtual machine up beforehand. I didn't lose anything off of this one. The other one, backup one I have on another PC is something else there. Is there an @ symbol?
Well, Lord have mercy. There are 7 of them in the puzzle. Dang! That's a lot.
Yeah, 7 @ symbols. That's go along with the $43,000 vault. And once again, this vault is completely different from the vault that we normally have. Well, the vault that we have on the other machine right now. And there's a pair of 2s. Would there be a 0? No, there would not. Four. There is a 4. An 8. There's an 8. An equal sign. No equal signs. Is there a backslash?
Well, aren't you just the smart little player? You found the letter that's not in the puzzle. Good.
Of course there's no backslashes. How about a star?
There's one plus another.
Yep, there's a pair of stars. Okay.
Player 3, go!
How about a tilde? There is a tilde. You can double any spin. How about a closing brace?
No.
No closing braces. How about the opening bracket?
I don't believe it. You know how many there are? One.
Just the one opening bracket right there. I also forgot to say that we were stopped by a train on the way. I didn't report because I was busy finishing up with 5th grader at that point. Would there be a closing bracket?
Good pick. There's 3 of them.
And that's going to bring us one step closer to finishing this puzzle. Is that blank space right here? That's a tilde. It's not there, but it's there. Nothing shown in that space, but it's there. How about a caret?
No.
Of course there are no carrots. What are the numbers and symbols have we not yet tried? A less than sign.
I don't believe it. You know how many there are? One.
Greater than sign. There it is, and that's the puzzle. Or almost the puzzle. Because there's still one more space to fill it. I forgot about that last space. There we go. Now that's the puzzle.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Good job. Congratulations.
Have we cleared the vault out on this version of the game? Alright, let's go to the next round now. And of course, it's our fan favorite segment. Make sure that I did this correctly. Alright, let me make sure I got some of the numbers correct. Because we had a little bit of a error during yesterday's preview. I'm going to make sure I get all the numbers correct here. Okay. And there we go. So here it is. Any number.
Unfortunately, we don't have any more vowels, so you're gonna have to spin or solve the puzzle.
Let's start with a 0.
Hey, that's pretty good. There's
That's
2.
two. Two.
Surprise, surprise. 7 of them in the puzzle. Good job.
I definitely got that wrong. 7 twos. One.
Well, what do you know? There's 1.
It's a 1-1, as the landline would say. All right, that means to me. Not really for me. Well, over to my old Inspiron. Ah, perfect amount. 7.
Well, Lord have mercy. There are 7 of them in the puzzle. Dang! That's a lot.
That's a lot of 7s. I have a lot more than just 7 7s. Let's see what else we can try. How about a 6?
5 of them in
5
the puzzle.
sixes.
Very well done.
The number that barely ever appears on our segment at all. There they are. There's the 6s right there. Let's see what else we can try. Ooh. This is perfect. 9.
Ocho. 8 of them in the puzzle.
9.
Wow. Found that letter. Good call.
What about a 3?
Well, would you look at the big brain on this player? There are
There's
4 of
four
them in the
threes.
puzzle. Well done.
An 8.
I'm going to sound crazy when I tell you this, but
But
there are
there's
8 of them in the puzzle.
eights.
I didn't even know myself. That's amazing. Shocking.
It is amazing. So there you go. I got the 2 highest numbers correct. 9 9s, 8 8s, and 7 7s. Well, not 6, because I was 1 number short. But I did get the 1 1s correct. We already did 3, so let's do 4. Are there 4 4s?
We've got 3 of them.
Just 3. Just 3 4s. Okay, so I mixed the order around again with 3 and 4. So there's 4 3s and 3 4s. Alright, last number 5. There's gonna be 6
3 of them.
there.
Times it by
Yeah,
2.
that's 6
6
fives.
in the puzzle. Well done. And you're now mathematically.
So great, I flipped the order around on 2 of the numbers, but hey, I'm not mad about that.
You think you bad, huh? Over here solving all these puzzles. Good
Good
job,
job,
man.
There
Way
you
to go.
Ooh, the prize hustle. 10,245. I think it was the 9 9 something. Alright, we get to go to puzzle number 3 before we get to try something else with it. Let's see what else we got. Alright, let's see. Let's see, what else have we got? All right. Now we're going to try random number. The idea of it is simple. Guess the number.
Unfortunately, we don't have any more
Guess the
vowels.
number. And
So you're going to have to spin or solve the
times whatever
puzzle.
the wheel lands on. Didn't get out. So there goes both of those. Usually what I like to do is wait for a higher amount. I wonder if we can call it these. Let's see if we can call the Euro sign, paste it. Let's see if we can. So you like bad luck too. Wonder if this thing will take the paste command. Well, why don't we try it and find out? Once it'll let me. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, it actually works. I can actually call it. Alright, let's try another one. Let's go up to the top. And let's try the paragraph mark. And paste it in.
My New Year's resolution is to be nicer to you. So, as nicely as I can put it,
There are
There
no
are none of
paragraph
those
marks
in
in
the
the
puzzle.
puzzle.
next
Next
player.
player. So yes, it actually is possible to call different characters from the character thing. Let's try this one now. Let's try the double greater than signs.
You fool!
It actually works. Oh my god. Alright, let's try, how about the How about the upside down exclamation mark? Let's try calling that. Great, it's broken. And that's what the use letters thing looks like. So since there is a character map on Vista, we could try it. But yeah, I just want to take the potential of this game even further. I'll just move the character map off screen. You know what? That's a perfect time. 5. And there's 52 5s. Now it's on the last row. And there's that.
You've done it. You gone ahead and won that round. Congratulations.
Alright. Now, time for another toss-up. And this time we're gonna put the, I'm just gonna say more characters. And this time we're gonna try some stuff from we're gonna try putting in some characters from the character map. Let's see what shows up. I wonder if it'll accept these upside down exclamation marks. I know it likes this. Let's try this one. So it'll let me call these, interestingly enough. How about we try... I think we can just paste them natively rather than just take it directly from the character map. I think that's the only way we can get around that. Let's try... This is great already. How about the pointing double... whatever this is, let's see. And then, let's see, we got room for one more character. And we know it likes the currency sign. Alright, what's the last one we can try? The Intrabang. Let's see how it does all this. It'll just show us question marks. So I guess there are some symbols it'll display, others it'll just display as question marks. How about the lira? Let's try the lira sign. See what that looks like. Alright. I'll just copy it in case I lose it. Oh. There we go. Alright. I know there's probably going to be some question marks on there. Here, let's move the character map over. Let's see how it does these 3 characters. Okay, it just shows up as, like, weirdly shaped. Okay, it just shows up as weirdly shaped B's on the bottom row. But the other signs do not want to show up. Just testing out the limits of this game, just seeing how crazy we can get it to go. So that's all of them. Okay, so the paragraph marks do not display. Well, that's cool. Whatever other character I had shows up. Okay, let's try another one. What was that? Oh, it was this sign that shows. It was this. It was those marks that shows up as. It's those that appear as a. Here, let me mute the music Let me mute the music for a second while I think of whatever puzzle we'd like to try. I'll just write more. Alright, let's try... Well, if I try the spade suit, it'll just show up as a question mark. I could try it as a pair of fractions, and it'll also show up as a question mark. Which one will it like? How about this? How about this symbol? No, it doesn't like it. Let's try the sign. No, it doesn't like the cent sign. What about the square root? No, it doesn't like square root. Okay. How about... I don't think it likes the triangles or shapes. What do we have here? Is it that euro sign from earlier? I think it just behaves just like tildes do, where it doesn't display at all. Alright. Let's see how it likes that. Oh, and I gotta unmute the game now. There we go. Alright. I get to go first.
Unfortunately, we don't have any more vowels. So you're gonna have to spin.
Of course we don't have any more vowels. Euro sign. It doesn't display in the game, but there's 52 euro signs. That is just amazing. To me, it's just crazy how I could push the limits of this game, you know, just seeing what else I can try with it. And it behaves just like the tildes, where it does not display on the puzzle board at all. I'll probably take note of what characters display on the puzzle board and,
You think you bad, huh? Over here solving all these puzzles. Good job, man. Way to go.
That's pretty neat. So, the euro sign does not display. Alright, now I don't think we're gonna have enough time to show, like, the rest of them, so in that case, then, we have time for one final one. Alright, here comes the last puzzle. Yep, the last puzzle of tonight.
I perfectly timed it. How about that?
That sound means final spin. My turn.
Yes, that sound does indeed mean final spin. So consonants, symbols, and numbers will not be worth half a car, so let's try again. Alright, 1750 for each consonant, number, and symbol we find. Here we go. Grave accent. Opening bracket.
Dear iKing, why don't your clothes match in your videos? You should stay consistent on your continuity. Signed, Annoying Fanboy on Big John PC Games Forum. By the way, no, that letter's not in the puzzle.
What about a period?
You fool!
An S. There's an S. At symbol.
I don't believe it. You know how many they are? One.
Just one. Forward slash. There's a forward slash. Backslash. There's a backslash. Vertical line. There's a pair of vertical lines. Opening parenthesis.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of foreplay. There's 4 of them in the puzzle.
Closing brackets.
I don't believe it. You know how many they are? 1.
Tilde. There's a tilde. An A.
Well, aren't you just the smart little player? You found the letter that's not in the puzzle. Good.
Then is there an asterisk?
Well, hip hop hooray!
There's
There
a
are 2
pair
of them in the puzzle.
asterisks or stars in the puzzle. Underscore.
Dear iKing, why don't your clothes match in your videos? You should stay consistent on your continuity. Signed, Annoying Fanboy on Big John PC Games Forum. By the way, no, that letter's not in the puzzle.
Carrot. L.
There is uno. That's one in Spanish.
Three.
Well, wouldn't you know it? We have
There's
3 of
3
them.
threes. I finally got it right. How about a 4? No? Okay. 0.
It's a pretty popular letter. There are 4 of them in this puzzle.
zeros.
Good job.
Oh.
Almighty sound effects lady. Is that letter in the puzzle? You're in luck. We have 1.
How about a 5?
Well, how about that? There are none of those in this puzzle. Congratulations.
Okay, then is there a 2? There's 3 2s. Comma. No commas. Apostrophe. No apostrophes. A question mark. Also no question marks. Less than sign.
You're in luck. We have 1.
There's a less than sign. Equal sign?
Not bad. There's 1.
Just one equal sign. Closing parenthesis. No. How about a percent sign? No, there aren't. Exclamation mark. Also no.
No.
1.
Buy 1, get 1 free. Because
There's
there's
a pair
2.
of 1.
Except without the buying.
Yes, and there's no buying involved. Is there a 6? There are.
Dear iKing, why don't your clothes match in your videos? You should stay consistent on your continuity. Signed, Annoying Fanboy on Big John PC Games Forum. By the way, no, that letter's not in the puzzle.
Of course it's not in the puzzle. 7?
I don't believe it. You know how many there are? 1.
Just the 1 7. I wonder if the multiplication sign on the number pad would count as an asterisk.
Hey, John, ban that player.
It does.
No, ban them. Okay, that letter's already been called. Hey, I'm getting the program. Get with the program.
Of
You,
course that
get with
letter's
the program.
already been
Next
called.
player.
How about a plus sign?
Well, what do you know? There's 1.
There it is, the 1 plus sign. Quotation marks.
You fool!
How about a colon?
Well, aren't you just the smart little player? You found the letter that's not in the puzzle. Good.
Of course I did. Is there a semicolon? Okay. Did we already call the brackets?
Hey,
We did.
John, ban that player.
Okay, we
No,
did.
ban them. Okay, that letter's already been called. Hey,
Yeah, we already did.
I'm getting the program. Get with the program. You, get with the program.
It's hard when we're
Next play.
combining every possible character on the keyboard at once. Opening brace.
Well, how about that? There are none of those in this puzzle. Congratulations.
Closing brace, perhaps?
Buy 1, get 1 free.
The pair of
There's 2.
closing braces.
Except without the buying.
Did we call the closing bracket?
Hi,
Yes,
I'm Mike King. This player has suffered from selective seeing. Selective seeing is when they call for a letter that's already been called.
Oh gosh.
Just 10 cents a day. 10 cents a day.
Now why are you calling a letter we've already tried? We haven't tried any more numbers. There's no 8. What about a 9? There's a 9. There's another 9. Alright, so I guess that's the last of the numbers then. We almost called everything in the top section. Except for the pound sign.
No.
The dollar sign.
No.
An ampersand.
No.
And the subtraction sign. Alright, well, I guess it's on to letters. There's no B. What about a C?
Hey, that's not bad. There's 2 of them.
There's 2 C's. D.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 in the puzzle. Where'd it go?
If I put 5 D's in there, that would be that. Well, you get it. The F.
You fool!
On to G. There it is. And there's another one. We only have 5 spaces left to fill, or 4. Let's just do the consonants and then we'll do the vowels last.
Oh, mighty sound effects lady. Is that letter in the puzzle?
No, it isn't. What about this one?
You're in luck. We have 1.
It is in the puzzle. Just 1 though. And this letter.
No.
How about a Q?
Nope, none of those. Next player.
Okay, an R. We didn't do the T yet. V.
Well, what do you know? There's 1.
Just the 1. I guess we're running out of letters here. W. The letter X. There's a pair of X's. And it looks like that completes the puzzle.
Well, look at you over here solving puzzles. Congratulations, you've done it. Good stuff.
And as we go into the bonus round, I've actually got one final trick. Let me bring the character map back up. I'm going to try a few more characters from the character map. And just see what happens.
Alright, you made it to the bonus round. So, only thing to do now is spin that wheel and let's see what you'll be playing for.
Let's see. Alright, let's try a few more symbols here. Let's see, does it like the yen sign? Oh, it does. And there's actually one more sign I'd like to add too. Where's the sign? It's actually down here somewhere. Here it is. Alright, Oh wait, that was the category entry. Oh, that's alright. That's fine. That's alright. Puzzle too big. Well, good, because that's not the category I wanted. All right, let's try something. Let's try something else. Let's try it in a shortened manner. Because I think I might have put too much in there. Let's try this instead. Oh wait, the last one is going to be... Where is it again? Here it is. Copy. There we go, got it. Now, hey, let me retry it. So here we go, final one. All right, let's see what shows up. All right, now you gotta go find it again.
All right, buckle down here. It's time to get serious. Solve this puzzle.
Of course, it's time to get serious.
3 consonants, 1 vowel.
The yen sign. The trademark symbol. The paragraph mark. And an O. Let's see what shows up. Okay. So, while these 3 symbols do show up on the bottom, like I demonstrated earlier with the whatever other characters they were, and in the interrobang, and just to name a few, these characters do not show up. None of them do. I was thinking about, I think we tried the paragraph mark already and it didn't show up. It was earlier. Let's see if the trademark symbol appears anywhere in this. It does. It does appear. However, not as the right symbol though. However, not as the right one. It shows up as a quote. It shows up as quotation marks. This is just great. Seeing what else we could do with these characters. Oh my goodness. What did I win from Caldwell's yen sign? Another $40,000.
Moving on up in the world, huh? $40,000! Congratulations.
Alright, well folks, so that was fun, seeing how Big John's Wheel of Fortune displays other symbols and things like that. You know, Big John's Wheel of Fortune displays other characters on a puzzle board. I think we have a little bit of time left, so I think we can maybe get a round of. I think we can maybe get a round of Whammy in. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a quick game of Whammy, and then that will be it that'll be it for us here tonight. So yeah, let's go play a quick round of Whammy before we're done. With the same opponents as before. Set it up. Let's see if we can change the board speed. Let's leave it at the default. So, alright. Here we go. I know the whole game doesn't appear properly, but you know what? It's alright. So here we go. Round 1 of Whammy. Of course, there's tons of money up there and prizes, but gotta beware of the whammy. Where, of course, I'll take everything, but you can whammy the whammy by landing on Big Bang. So we're going to start with me, I believe. So I will do the honors of going first.
Stop at a collection of anime DVDs worth $579.
That sounds like fun, considering what I'm into off stream right now.
Stop at a CD collection valued at $200. Stop at a CD burner worth $549.
And now it's time to add more whammies to the board.
Would you like to spin again?
Spin again.
Stop at an entertainment center worth $1,199.
Alright, onto the Octoplex. Real hard at work. Behind me.
Stop it, move one space. Your choice here.
$5.25. Gonna take flowers by the month. Good choice. That's worth $10.80. Alright, over to the Inspiron.
Stop at a surround sound system worth $1,000.
And now, more whammies once again.
What's it gonna be? Spin or freeze? Stop at a diver's watch worth $380.
Alright, the Optiplex again.
Stop at a sapphire necklace worth $330. Stop at a dining room set worth $2,180.
Alright, more whammies once more.
What's it gonna be? Spin or freeze?
We're gonna go and spin.
Stop at $5,000.
Go back 3 spaces to an air hockey table worth $105. Now it's time for the Optiplex to take its turn.
Stop at a bookcase. That bookcase is $739.
Alright, it's sprung.
Stop at $1,250.
Oh, I think I know what his next one's going to be. First, let's add even more whammies to the board.
Would you like to spin again, or do you think you have enough?
Top of the whammy.
Hi, this is Whammy Faye Baker here. I just want to thank you for all your generous donations.
All your generous donations. So that money goes into the big bank, and I'm out of this round. And now it's just the computer opponents playing now.
Oh my gosh. That's a crazy wavy animation there. Oh, he's spinning. At a discover card. Alright. More whammies. On board. And he's freezing right there. Good decision to do just that. Alright, let's randomize the spins for round 2. That's doable. So we want to make this last part as short as short as possible because I want to get to other things tonight. So here we go, last round of whammy, and there's over $50,000 on the board in this last round. And of course, this is classic pressure luck, but this round also features double whammies. They would mess with you a little bit, but not in the Big John's version. It's not possible to replicate that. So it'll just be treated as a usual whammy otherwise. I did find out in the Big John's Whammy series that serves as like a 5-second penalty spin. So I get to go first because I'm in last place and I have the least amount of spins. The Hollywood Makeover worth 1,000.
All right, what would you like to do here? Spin or pass?
We're going to spin again. And a double whammy.
The money's gotta be around here somewhere.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, you gonna press your luck
treat
or
this
pass?
As the 5-second auto spin. And another double whammy.
Money.
Wow. Is my game gonna be over very quickly?
Oh, that's your third whammy. You gotta be careful about picking up a fourth one or you're heading home.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, you're
Gotta
gonna
be
press your
careful.
luck or pass?
There we go. Sharper image question with 1156.
Okay, you're gonna press your luck or
Let's
pass?
spin again.
Stop at $500 in a spin. Okay, you're gonna
Spin
press
again.
your luck or pass? Stop it, double your dollars and a spin. Okay, you're gonna press your luck or
Now
pass?
let's do it again. And a European vacation at 4680.
All right, what would you like to do here? Spin or pass?
Spin again.
Stop at 550. All right, what would you like to do here? Spin or pass?
Spin. Advance 3 spaces to American Eagle silver dollars with 1260.
Okay, you can pass
I
those
still have
spins
one more
or
spin
go
to
on
work
and
with,
press
so
your luck.
Let's do it. At a Dixie vacation with 2500. All right. Now it's the Optiplex's turn, and already a whammy.
This is one of my favorite dishes, and it doesn't cost any money. It's a good thing.
Well, the ingredients to make it do. I guess it just depends on how it's obtained. Another whammy. Don't refresh your luck with the family. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's your third whammy. You got to be careful about picking up a fourth one or you're heading home.
Yeah, gotta be careful of that.
Stop at $2,500.
I got 3 whammies right now too, so 555 or spin again. We'll take the money. Another 555 or spin again. Once again, it's gonna take the money.
Stop at $500 in a spin. Stop it and move one space. Your choice here.
Vacation of 1400. Gonna take the ranch
Stop
vacation.
at a ranch vacation worth $3,692.
Let's see if I can turn off the
Stop at
voiceovers.
$2,250. Stop at a robot dog worth $1,590.
Alright. One spin left.
Stop at $1,500 and a spin.
What is he gonna do? Race car driving school, $35.95. Good. There's the error. Backup operation failed. Yep. At this point, I'm gonna say, trying to recover the operating system off that drive. At least I tried. Well, let's finish this game. And
Stop at a PlayStation 2 and games worth $500.
Yeah, and then I'll get the small form factor back to where it should be.
Stop at $550.
Speaking of which, I'll get the box from the other room, so I can put it back in there.
Stop at $500 and a spin. Stop at a trip to Puerto Vallarta worth $2,557.
Alright. Down to one
Stop at
spin.
$1,750.
Okay, last one. Chase Sofa, that is not enough. The
And
Optiplex
player 2 is our big winner today.
Ranch Vacation for $36.92. Robot Dog for $15.90. Race Car Driving School lessons for $35.95. Rest of it being in cash. That's the total. That's the game. Oh, that was good. Alright. I think we have a little bit of time to play some Powerball Instant Millionaire here before we're done. I see he's going to do another scenario, but I don't know if I want to try it. Yeah, I'm hearing some clicking out of that hard drive. That is not good. That's not a good sign. When I can hear weird sound effects out of it, that means that drive is pretty much dead in the water, meaning it can't boot the operating system. But thankfully, I was able to retrieve all the data off of it, so at least I'm happy about that. All right. So let me go ahead and get the small form factor back up and running, and then we'll move on to our last game here tonight. All right. So I'll go ahead and pull the drive now from the PC. Okay. And then I'll go back into its box. I'll unplug my main drive in the system. Alright. And then I'll open the disk tray. And we'll shut down the machine. Failed to read from sector 2 million. Well, that's because I pulled the drive from the system. Alright, so now I'll take out the disk. Alright, so I'll pull out the disk. And then let me put this drive back in its case, enclosure, whatever it is. So that way then it will be moved back to storage. Then it'll be moved back to storage. get the door to close, see if I can get the box to close shut. I think I can get it to go that far. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get it that far. But I'm just gonna maybe move it around a little bit and just put it into a different bag. Yeah, probably the bag where that Samsung drive was, but I'm actually even more amazed that that Samsung drive actually still works, despite everything it's been through. I'm very amazed that it still functions properly after all of that. Maybe if I just move that drive a little bit further to the side, that could do something. Hey, there we go. That worked. Alright. Now we'll put the box back. I mean, I was just curious. I was just thinking, I was thinking maybe it was possible or something. But it seems like I was wrong. Alright, so then I gotta move the mouse and keyboard inputs back over to my micro PC. Let's see. All these cables and stuff. There we go. Alright, and then reconnect the 2 terabyte drive that is currently in here. Alright, and then I can close the case. Yeah, I was just curious to see if I could retrieve the operating system off of it. So, yeah, I guess there's a bunch of uncorrectable sectors where the backup isn't even possible. So, that is disappointing. But at least it was worth a shot, so I was just curious to see. Alright, so that completes the saga, almost, of the hardware upgrades. Now, to reconnect the Ethernet cable, mouse and keyboard. We can turn it back on. All right. So yeah, I was just curious to see if I could do that, but I'm a little disappointed that that was not possible. Well, it was possible at first, but then just looking, just seeing what would happen afterwards, yeah, that certainly wasn't the best. But at least I'm glad I tried. I'm glad I tried it. Just to see how possible it was. And yes, when I did set this up, I did put in the proper username. And I backed up everything I could off that other drive. Alright, so now, I don't know if any of you have been waiting for the secondary to come back. Well, it is coming back up now. However, I actually want to add a few more files into the playout and make a few other changes too. But I'll do that after we go off the air. All right. Now, over to my main server. I've already added the Sunday documentation. I think it was earlier in the day, I believe I did. All right, so then all I can just do is reset. And we're good to go. Okay, so then I can just move this back over to the secondary. Okay, and then I'll just pull up the. Yeah, and I see I lost the new start menu. I believe the dark context menus are there too, but it's going to be some time before that functionality comes back. All right, so we're through with that. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to one final game before we officially wrap things up here tonight. And it is in here. And it's Powerball. And that is what our last game will be. And then we are done. Yeah, I decided to keep... I'm just going to rename this as Jeslyn. Because, you know, yeah, I want to be the one playing, so... I mean, here it's just been computer opponents and nothing more. So this is actually another series that I've had on my list. And I think I've had it on my list for... I've had this on my list for quite a bit now. Yeah, I've had it on my list for quite a bit. Now that I see this, you know, now that I found this game on Big John's. So I was thinking this could become another new series on the channel too. But, of course, I would have to find an available time slot in order to actually, you know, make it a true reality. So, I'll think about a good time slot and then I'll decide where we go from here. So let's go ahead and uncheck all computer players and, you know, just actually get my experience of this game. It'll take me some time to... You don't learn the ins and outs of this. Chewie will play the first game. Vanessa will play the first game. And Manny will play the first game. Let's go to round 1. Let's use card 14. Nope, we gotta go higher than 4. Let's do 9. Find the 9. 8. Pick another card. Let's do 2. 8. And we're going to pass it over to the next player. We'll do 17. There's an 8. Pass. We'll do card 6. 2 of spades. 11. Clubs. That's no good. 16. Behind that. 8 of spades. And then he wins and moves on. Let's get our next group of players. Mike will play in our second game. Laura will play in our second game. And Teresa will play in our second game. Alright, round 2. Gotta avoid rolling the 7. This is 6. 3. Go on to 18. 5, 4, that makes 9. Again, do 3. 3 and 5, that makes 8. 11. That's 7. So that's strike 1 for him. 16. 5 and 2, that also makes 7. 3, so let's do 13. 12. 1, pick 1. 4 and 3, that makes 7. 14. 3 and 4, that makes 7. Let's do 20. 6 and 1, that also makes 7. 8. 6 and 1, that makes 7. Alright, 9. 6 and 5. Mike wins and goes on to the semifinals. We will now do a quick draw. The one who gets the Powerball will draw. And it's Timothy. They'll play in our final game. Let's do chip 10. Powerball. Let's keep going. We'll pick chip 3. The strike. Over to Mike now, 13. Powerball. We'll play, do 7. That's a Powerball.
again, do 5. There's Powerball. One more time. Last ball. Let's see if it's under 8. There it is. That wins. We'll start with the $1,000 you won in the semifinals. Find all the dollar signs and win. Start with B. Dollar sign. Let's do the O. There it is. M. There it is. Another dollar sign. Let's do the E at the very front. It's another dollar sign. R. There's the strike. And then this is where we get the option to take the money and walk away. Yeah, let's stop and take the money. So $32,000 there, and add to everything else. So $39,443 in this case. So yeah, I think that was a perfect opportunity to document that, very last. Because, Powerball definitely, that could definitely make for another new game show series on the channel at some point in the future. We do have a few available time slots to actually, possibly premiere this. Because if I pull up my time slot, right after the third season, right after season 4 of the Bowling Train totally finishes, that time slot is going to be blank. So, meaning there will be a whole other, I could fill in a whole other show. Currently, I've got 2 possibilities. That Powerball thing that we just did, or I could fill in maybe a shortened version of Play 9. So, meaning only 4 holes instead of 9. That would kind of defeat the purpose, but you know what? I think it would make for a good intermediate series. That would make for a good intermediate series. Yeah, that could make for a good intermediate series in between, in between seasons. That could make for a good intermediate series. But then we also have 2 other time slots still open, 4:30 and 5:30 p.m. in terms of the weekly schedule. And I do have a few other short series that I'd like to debut. I also was just thinking we could maybe do Big John's Price is Right. That could become another show. Well, not the series that I did many years ago, but rather my own version of it. Basically like a whole new version of it. One of those Papa's Restaurant games, the mobile game I have, maybe that could become a series too. That could also become a series, perhaps. Yeah, that could possibly become a series on the channel at some point too. Maybe a seasonal series, considering the theme. Maybe that could become a seasonal series because of the theme that it has. I have Domino's still on this lineup, but I noticed that the 3-month trial offer of Arcade Plus had passed. So, Apple Arcade that came with my 17 had passed. So, at this point now it's just back to 1 month. So, I'm not going to, as much as I'd like to, I'm not going to do that. So, that show is pretty much just going to be sent back to the drawing board until I can figure something out. Maybe see about Apple Arcade. But that's alright. I can live without it. What else have we got? Yeah, 5th grader, that's almost done. Ticket to Ride, we're almost towards the 165 episode mark. State Route series, that could be another good one.
But that would mean I would have to make a whole lot of Street View episodes to accommodate that. One of which we've already done. Actually, two of which, technically two of which we've done already. One of which being, well, actually multiple ones we've already done. So maybe we'll maybe just carry those over or something. I don't know. What else have I got? Concentration, that's been on the lineup there. Set for Life, that could become another series too. So yeah, those are just some series ideas that I have floating in my mind at the moment. But of course, if I feel ready to actually, introduce, if I have a good feel, if I have a good mind to actually introduce one of those shows on the network, I'd be more than happy to. And I think I realized I lost another file too. The WMBS Word game, yeah, I think I lost that file. Where was it saved? Let's see, what version was this one? Okay, so it looks like this was the Word game as I last left it, so yeah. But I'm not bothered by that because, like I said, I didn't lose too much of it. I mean, it just, it's just reverted back to an old version, but I didn't lose anything much, which, I mean, that's good, as I've said. So, yeah, the backup failed, but at least I was able to retrieve all the user data off of it, which I mean, I'm very proud of that accomplishment by far. So, I have some old shows now. I was thinking I could possibly start a third. I could probably start a third affiliate, but I would do it in private. I would probably just run it privately, but I don't know exactly for sure if I'm going to do that or not. But you know what? That could become possible. Well, I mean, that could probably end up becoming the case. I mean, I'm just going to run it, without any streamer recording or anything like that. Just run it standalone and nothing more. But hey, that could be something. I mean, I just got that idea now that I did all that data recovery. So yeah, and plus I have to go through the other gazillion DVD archives that I have of basically every show that I've ever recorded throughout the last 5-6 years. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a lot of stuff to take care of. But you know what? It's all right. And at least my small form factor now has the necessary amount of storage to make it all happen. So, and that's what counts. So, with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this shortened edition of the Weekend Fun and Game Show. I know this was a little different tonight, but good thing I'd let you all know that it was going to be this short. But regardless of how short it was, we hope you enjoyed it as much as I did bringing it to you. So I got a few more things to take care of before I call it quits tonight. And then, of course, we'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for our Sunday Fun and Game Show, where we will continue and actually begin the massive expansion project of 4 interstates. Quite a lot of work ahead of us. I have done all the drawings. Let's put it all into action tomorrow. We hope you'll join us for that. But until then, I'm Mr. Planfold. This has been the shortened edition of the Weekend Fun and Games Show. And from all of us here at Playfield TV, we wish you all a very pleasant good night.